well beyond my knowledge. Brian Drew, the Browns' current starting QB, whose career has been riddled with injuries, is pissed that Bo might get drafted. That would mean he's getting replaced. He wants Sonny to trade him away as he no longer feels wanted in Cleveland. Sonny basically tells him to kick rocks.
I'm going to do what's best for the team.
I've been in this league for 8 seasons. I've been to the playoffs. I know the system the Penn wants to run, and I know I can make it work. I busted my ass this offseason. I set the bar high.
Are you finished?
No.
We'll get finished, and then get back to work.
If this movie were based remotely in reality, Brian Drew would immediately make a tweet talking about how Browns management completely disrespected him. But that doesn't happen. Looking deeper into Callahan, Sonny learns that none of his college teammates showed up to his 21st birthday party, which is honestly kind of relatable. Well, sort of. I had friends over, but it was only a couple, and all we did was have drinks since, I was turning 21 at the time. I actually ended up being the only sober person, and it was kind of stressful trying to manage a couple of grown children. Anyways, not having teammates show up to his birthday says something about Callahan's leadership, apparently. Sonny is contacted by the Buffalo Bills and learns that they're interested in trading up for Bo. Sonny is pissed at this because this indicates to him that Coach Dennis Leary went on his own to discuss a trade with him. Getting closer to the draft, Sonny is even more unsure about Callahan. Apparently, he was asked about Washington's playbook, where a $100 bill was taped at the end of it to determine if he actually read it. Bo did not read it, and lied about reading it.
Just talked to Jack Tate in Washington. He said when they found out they had the number 5 pick, first thing they did was send a copy of their playbook to all the guys they were interested in. They tape a $100 bill to the last page.
Why?
So when they're interviewing the guys and they ask them if they read the whole playbook, of course all of them are going to say yes. So when they tell them about the $100 bill, most of the guys get embarrassed. They get flustered. They fess up that they didn't read the whole thing. But ask me what your boy Bo Callahan did. He said that he'd read it, and then he didn't say anything.
I can tell the writers may have been inspired by Jamarcus Russell for this bit, but this is still extremely unrealistic. Daniel Snyder, who owned the Washington Redacteds at the time this movie takes place, is an incredibly cheap bastard. He's not going to waste $100 to see if a prospect actually studies. It doesn't matter that he's a billionaire. No one is getting a lick of money unless they work for him. And even then, they might get stiffed on their paycheck. Sonny learns that the Texans have interest in Vontae. The player Sonny was originally looking to draft. Sonny's mom shows up to discuss spreading his dad's ashes on the Browns field. And Sonny has some emotional baggage because he fired his dad, who used to be a coach, yada yada yada. It doesn't really matter. I am very emotionally detached from this man. Sonny makes one last call to Bo and asks about the birthday party, which is honestly kind of weird. Either way, he's not satisfied with the answer. The draft commences, and it's time for the Browns to do something with their pick. Sonny finalizes his decision without letting anyone know what decision he actually made. But it is soon revealed through Roger Goodell. Yes, they got the actual commissioner to be in this movie. He announces the first overall pick.
With the first pick of the 2014 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Vontae Mack, linebacker, Ohio State.
Cleveland's shocking decision to go with Vontae Mack instead of Callahan somehow causes Bo to slide down in the draft. He's still on the draft board by the time the draft reaches the 6th pick, which belongs to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sonny is feeling a little bit silly and decides to try to trade for Jacksonville's pick. He contacts the Jaguars GM and tells him he's willing to give up 3 future second-round picks for the 6th. But Jacksonville needs a quarterback. They're not going to give up the opportunity to draft Bo Callahan that easily.
What's wrong with Callahan?
I think he's a bust.
How? Why?
I don't know. Gut feeling, this is a good deal, Jeff.
They gave up the opportunity that easily. Sonny then uses this newly acquired pick to make another trade with Seattle, who hold the Browns' old pick at 7. He tells the Seahawks that if they want to trade up one space to guarantee that they get Callahan, who is still on the draft board, by the way, they need to give back all of the first-round draft picks that Cleveland originally gave up. Sonny has got to be smoking crack or something. That is just an insane trade proposal for any team to make. You can't just do take-backsies. But somehow, Sonny has leverage over Seahawks GM Tom, because Seahawks fans were pissed over the decision to give up the first overall pick. So Sonny wants the draft picks he gave up back.
What else do we need?
Special teams. Putney, get Putney.
Yeah, David Putney. I want my picks back. I want David Putney.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So Sonny wants his draft picks back and punt returner David Putney. Why? Because fuck you, Tom. This man better be the second coming of Devin Hester if he's involved in a blockbuster trade like this. I mean, who the fuck throws in a punt returner in a trade like this? Tom accepts the trade offer because he's a fucking moron. With the Seahawks taking Bo Callahan at 6th and the Browns now having the 7th pick, they take Ray Jennings. Remember that guy? The guy whose dad used to play for the Browns? Yeah, look, the Jacksonville trade was bad. For a top 10 pick, you'd expect at least one first rounder in return. But you know what? Teams get fleeced all the time. A bad trade, yes, but not outside the realm of reality. The Seahawks, on the other hand, their trade was downright insane. Get multiple first-round picks, only to get them back to the team for the chance to draft a quarterback you were willing to pass on anyways? That's just idiotic. That's fucking stupid. Even if Bo Callahan is the next Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, I feel like Seahawks fans would be more upset at the fact that they willingly gave up a huge haul of draft picks just for one guy. If you want to watch a good movie about sports management, watch Moneyball.
Our Wi-Fi works in every room, even the basement. Creepy down there, but true. Does this help? No, that actually makes it way worse.
Get multiple Wi-Fi with Xfinity.
I'm Tom Telesco, the GM of the LA Chargers, and I'm going to watch the 2014 movie Draft Day. At the NFL Draft, General Manager Sonny Weaver has the opportunity to rebuild his team when he trades for the number 1 pick. He must decide what he's willing to sacrifice on a life-changing day for a few hundred young men with NFL dreams.
Hey, Tom, you're up early?
Well, it's draft day. How you doing?
Well, I'm great. I'm having a great day. How about you?
Well, I'm sitting here eating my pancakes, thinking about moving number 1. Callahan looks like, well, hell, Sonny, he's going to be a franchise player for some.
Well, Jesus, Tom, at least act like you called me. What do you want for it?
I want your first pick this year, your first rounder next year, and your third rounder the year after that.
Ouch. Ouch. No thanks.
Sounds like you're trying to take over pancakes and eggs. Sometimes, yeah. I haven't worn a tie to work in 10 years, but
I'm not going to sell the farm for one guy.
You should. Your farm sucks.
So in the second scene, his entire scouting staff has no idea this is happening, so he's now breaking the news that he just traded the pick to his entire staff.
yeah, that's not cool.
Just made a trade with the Seahawks.
Wait, run that back. Go back. What's on the board? Is he talking about the player they're going to take? Because if the quarterback's 5'11", 220, I would not trade up for him. I haven't seen him yet, but I guess it could be Russell Wilson. He's not 220. 4.35. Although over here we got 6'02", 245, 4.55. That's a big quarterback too.
Is that how they write it? Is that how you would write it?
6'02", 245. Yeah, that's 6 foot 2 inches even. That fourth number is 1/8 of an inch.
Just made a trade with the Seahawks.
For?
The number 1 pick.
I don't know if I would advise making a trade, certainly the first pick of the draft, without letting your head coach know. That wouldn't be unadvisable.
Allie, you here?
Yes.
She's the salary cap person.
Just gonna
Okay. She's at McGuire.
It's about
Pause it
another.
for a second. Go back. Let me see the draft board. That's disappointing. That is nothing like anyone's draft board. I mean, it's a